Veronica, good to see you today. How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, thank you for making time to talk with me today. So what's something good that happened today before we get started?
Stephen. My birthday was on Wednesday, and Stephen has been anxiously asking to take me to lunch this week. And today he says, I don't want you to pay for it, Mom. I'm going to pay for it. It's your birthday. I just want to take my mom to lunch for her birthday because she says she likes to have time with her son.
That's a
He
good
was
kid.
like, you finally get it. Yes. So that was a very, it's one of those that'll stay in the mind forever moments.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. Well, we're talking to family members like you because we're trying to learn how at our school we can make it a more supportive environment for you all. And I won't be recording your name. Instead, we'll be looking across responses from multiple interviews with parents like yourself to see how we can improve and learn from your responses. So I only have a few questions, and most of them they're pretty specific, but if at any point you feel uncomfortable answering any of them, just let me know. I'm going to take lots of notes, but it's important, that if at any point you're uncomfortable or anything comes up, just stop me, and I'm happy to stop and we can revisit some different questions. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay. My first question is, can you tell me about a time when your kiddo was highly engaged in an assignment, and what was it and why was he engaged?
That one's going to take me a minute to think about. I can't even think of one in all honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you talk a little bit more about that? Is it just
School is not Stephen's thing, my kiddo's thing, and that's what he has said. And for him, I think about how many things we, threw at him, or, tried to see if it would stick, I guess is what I'm trying to say with him. And to say that there was ever a time where he was excited or actively engaged in an assignment when it came to academics. I guess maybe a woodworking box that he did with his dad was one that he got into. But it was a lot of pulling teeth, a lot of last minute things. It wasn't that he was managing it and excited about doing it. It was more of a he had to get it done. And like I said, it was like a last minute thing. Because as far as he's concerned, he's ready to be done with the school. He wants to put this part off it.
I'm going to be really busy taking notes, and it's important that I take notes so that my memory is not biased, right? So the more notes I can take, I know it's kind of annoying to have me doing both, but the more notes I can take, the less biased the reporting will be from what I hear from you. And this is all voluntary, as you know. So if there's any question that you don't want to answer or you don't feel like you have an answer to, just tell me, let's move on. Or if you need some time to think about it or want to go back to anything, any of that is totally okay. This interview is in your hands. We can stop at any time.
Okay.
I wonder if you have any questions before we start the questions.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. So I've got my notes ready. Could you tell me about a time when you, as a parent, felt connected to or welcomed by someone in the school?
It was our intake interview that we had here. We had come into the school and Stephen was very apprehensive about another school changeover. And when we got here, we walked into a conference room with not only smiling faces, but people who you could tell cared and were genuinely wanting to see Stephen succeed. And the person who sticks out to me the most would be Jerome, Mr. Jerome. Mr. Reynolds, actually, is what they call him here. I call him Mr. Jerome. He was very welcoming to Stephen and took him around the school and made him feel comfortable about coming in here. And then it went to Patricia, and she told him that, she would be at the front desk to greet him. And so I just really appreciated how they were mindful of making sure Stephen felt comfortable as he was trying to see what he thought of the school.
So great, you told me how you think Stephen felt. How did you feel in that time?
Relieved.
Can you tell me more about that?
Our journey to get Stephen here has been a difficult one. And there was a lot of disagreements on placement since 6th grade for Stephen. So to show up here and not be that overbearing parent and to feel the support and understanding was a relief because I am a strong advocate for my son. And we had a lot of difficult IEP meetings and teams that didn't listen. So to be here and to see them, one, connecting with Stephen, two, connecting with me, and encouraging me to advocate for Stephen, encouraging me to reach out. And again, Jerome I just can't even say enough wonderful things about that man.
So can I just pause, because I noticed you're emotional, so I want to put that in the room, and I want to just know if you're okay. Continue talking.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? You want me
No,
to get you a tissue?
No,
Are you
it's
sure?
good. Yeah.
Because
no.
we can stop at any time.
If we do have Kleenex, that'd be great.
Yes,
but
let's
no, it's part of our story. It's a part of our story. So it's something, like I said, to come into that meeting and to feel the support and the care really truly for me was like a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, I'm gonna say I was cautiously optimistic.
Is there anything else you would want to tell me about that specific story of that time? You've done such an amazing job of painting and the feeling and the look of that. Was there anything else about that really sticks out in your memory?
I think wanting to find that place where my child felt like he belonged and safe. I think a lot of people don't think about the impact it has on the parents.